Today's recipe is this plate of delicious egg broccoli chicken fried rice, and it is super simple to prepare. I'm just going to chop one largish onions, and you know me, I really don't care if you chop it fine or roughly because I'm not kind of the finest chopper. So I haven't got any leftover rice today in the fridge, so I'm just making some fresh rice, and I've got a pan. I'm going to start heating this up and add 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm just using olive oil today. Add the onions, and then this is going to take just 4-5 minutes to kind of soften up. But if you want, you can add a little bit of color, which will take a bit more time, but that should be fine. And the rice is almost ready and cooked as well. So for today's recipe, I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and depending on the size of the thighs, you could use either 4 or 8. I'm cooking a meal for 4 people, and I'm going to use 8 chicken thighs just because they are a bit smaller today. And I'm using 4 garlic cloves. Once the onions are lightly golden, roughly chop and add the garlic, and then let it cook for a couple of minutes. You want to get rid of the raw taste of the garlic, and once you get there, add the chopped up chicken thighs to it. Now I'm not, because these are chopped into bite-sized pieces, they should not take long to cook at all. So give it a mix and just cook it on medium-high heat because I want a little bit of color. In the meantime, I'm just going to chop up 300 grams of tender stem broccoli. You can use normal broccoli as well, or if you don't like broccoli completely, then you can use some other greens like beans or peas. So yeah, the chicken is starting to get some color, which is great. So I've cooked this for 5 minutes, and now I am going to add the greens. So the greens shouldn't take very long. I'm going to give it 5 minutes because I want to retain the color at the same time, have a little bite to it. So I'm going to give this 5 minutes, which gives the chicken a total of 10 minutes, which is enough for the chicken to cook. So once you have given it a good mix, I'm going to cover this and let this cook on medium to low heat for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, take 4 eggs and a pinch of salt to just add some taste to that, and give it a whisk. And here it is, the rice is cooked. If you have old cold rice, then that is better. But because I haven't got it, my rice is going to be still hot when I use it today. Just give the chicken and broccoli a good mix, and what I'm going to do next is make a little kind of well in this pan, but before that add half a teaspoon of salt, just sprinkle on top, and a good sprinkling of freshly ground black pepper. And once you've got that, give it a mix and then create this little well in the middle. I'm just adding a couple of tablespoons of oil in the middle just so that the eggs don't stick, and it helps cook the eggs. Pour the eggs in and then give it a minute and then start stirring it. I'm looking for kind of scrambled eggs texture. So if you just continue to stir it and scramble it and make sure that all the egg is cooked. Once the egg is cooked, just mix it all up with the chicken and the broccoli. Just give it a real good mix, and everything is combined, and then I can add the rest of the ingredients. So I am using enough rice for 4 people, like I said. For people who are going to ask me how much it is, I'm using around 4 cups of cooked rice, which is going to be plenty. And if there's any leftovers, this is a great lunchbox meal. Absolutely delicious, at room temperature as well. Just adding 2 heaped teaspoons of chili oil. I'm just using any kind of Chinese chili oil you can find, a good one, and then a tablespoon of oyster sauce, and then a couple of teaspoons of red wine vinegar. You could use any vinegar that you have. I am not too precious about what vinegar you want to use, and adding half a teaspoon of salt on top as well, because the rice needs seasoning too. And I think I can't find the clip of adding a tablespoon of soy sauce, but that has gone in as well. I've just used light soy sauce this time, and all that's left to do is give it a real good mix. Because my rice is hot, it might break up a little bit today, but if the rice is cold, and a day old, then it turns out to be even better and fluffier. The smell of this rice is absolutely amazing, and such a quick, healthy, delicious meal. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Look how delicious this looks. The color, because of the chili oil, the greens, the egg, everything is fantastic in this recipe. As always, I'm going to try and go in while the rice is very, very hot. I don't know when I'm going to learn. Maybe one day. Anyways, this was so delicious. And we had some leftover, which my daughter took for her lunchbox next day. I really hope you can enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you back here very, very soon with another new recipe. Till then, bye.